My fear here, my honest to God, the thing that keeps me up at night is you heard Congressman Raskin talk about, Congressman Neguse, or you can name any number of other black elected officials. And I think we are already seeing evidence that the right wing is going to try to say that Callais delegitimizes all of them. And here is my concern. The first public official out of the box that I saw after the Callais decision was Eric Schmidt, the attorney general, the former attorney general of Missouri. This is a smart guy. This is a guy who has been a lawyer for a long time. And he's now a U.S. senator. And he sent a letter to the Department of Justice, posted on social media, and said we should go after every VRA district in the country. And then he said we should start with California. And Harmeet Dillon, the head of the Civil Rights Division, said on it. Now, the reason why that struck me is because we already know that California's map is a partisan gerrymander. It actually is the very thing that Justice Alito is blessing, right? This is a partisan gerrymander. And we know that because Justice Alito said in an order in the Texas case that California was a partisan gerrymander. And of course, the state of California said it's a partisan gerrymander, and the federal court said it was a partisan gerrymander. So when a Republican senator says start with California, he's not talking about VRA districts. He's talking about black members of Congress. He's not talking about VRA districts. He's talking about Latino members of Congress. This is clear to me, as it was with Citizens United. They are going to use this as a cultural moment to try to say that whether you are in a 55% BVAP district in the Deep South or you're in a 20% district in New York or pick a state, you are somehow illegitimate because you are black and you hold elective office. You are Latino and you held elective office. Am I over worrying this? And, how do we tackle this to prevent this from happening?
Mark, I wish I could say you were over worrying it. It is about so Trump has a politics of white nationalist grievance. We now have a jurisprudence to match it. And you saw it. You can. I'm analogizing to Plessy and Dredd. I'm also going to analogize to the students of fair admissions cases out of Harvard and UNC.
It's exactly right.
Right, because we litigated that case. One of our lawyers, David, argued it in the SCOTUS. It was a tough loss. We saw it coming from a mile away. Of course, that will be a loss given the balance in the court. But people thought that those cases were about access to elite institutions. But it was actually the trickle-down effect has been through all higher ed institutions, even those that are not as selective as a Harvard or elite state school like UNC Chapel Hill. And it delegitimized, or has been used to delegitimize, the very presence of Black students, of Latino students on these campuses. And of course, we know about the impacts in corporate America and so on and so on, right? And so it's delegitimized not just diversity, equity, inclusion programs or old school affirmative actions, which we haven't had in a very long time, by the way, people, but it's been used as an invitation to discrimination. It's been used to attack all folks. One of the things that Ed Blum did, the guy who financed Shelby County and financed this made-up Students with Fair Admissions organization, where he went on a hunt for Asian plaintiffs, where he had zero testify at trial. His whole thing is that we don't belong. It's a politics of who belongs and who doesn't. Mm-hmm. After SFFA, he wrote to major higher ed institutions and said, hey, your numbers of Black students aren't down. What's going on? Because if you were complying, these color folks who don't belong wouldn't be there. The same thing is exactly what you said when it comes to Congress and pretty soon state legislatures and everywhere else. And look, we're a nonpartisan organization at the Lawyers Committee. We represent interests of not elected officials, but Black voters. But elected officials are a measure of who can elect their candidate of choice, right? Whether it be a Black member of state legislature in X state, or whether it be Steve Cohen in Tennessee, right? That's a candidate of choice. And so we're looking at a politics that will delegitimize not just Black and Latino elected officials, but the very votes and voices of Black and Latino voters.
Did you like this video and want to watch more? Tap the link on your screen for the full version or go to youtube.com/democracy docket.